Oh, why is she there? While sweating, it must have been recently served, but then abandoned. Perhaps this patron was stuck with a more salacious craving. I want to find the room before I even go to her. Athena. A rendition of Athena, one of Zeus's many daughters and goddess of wisdom, poetry, and strategy. There's nothing here. Perhaps the client in this room is in fact Dr. Wainwright. Aside from that blindfold, he looks to be dressed like a physician, but I can't confirm without speaking to him directly. That might have been worth the risk. I'd rather just mark the window before he catches me in here. Last. Oh crap. You know what? Let's save. Just in case it's not him. Ah, nurse, good you're here. I've been waiting very patiently. My, what a sight. It seems as how I one of the darlings to be a nurse for the day. I hope you've scrubbed in, my dear. For today's practice, I will employ a new experimental technique. It is not without risk, but it's the patient's only chance for survival. So he is both physician and patient. It's ooh. It's apologies, doctor. Your nurse says she'll be with you in a moment. You'll excuse me, but she's not prepared just yet. I quite all right then. I understand. Honesty and patience are important in the field of medicine. I don't mind waiting. Well, that was a close one, but at least I confirmed the client, Dr. Wainwright. No question about it. Let's mark it. I just mark the window and be on my way. Don't forget to leave it cracked so a binder can climb inside. Mark it and leave it. Temperance. This character has gained the secretive trait and will not be able to select dialogue options that require this trait. Patience in moderation when and where is necessary. That's freaking cool. That'll do nicely. Let's leave. It's a good thing he couldn't see us because of the blindfold. Oh, what is going on with this? Flask. What's on the other side? The mirror is here. That was always the best place for a doll. This was always the best place for a doll to get a good look at herself before meeting the customers. I look good. I've still got it, and it saves help anyone who says otherwise. Dressing screen. A fetching first impression is important. This screen is good for a bit of privacy in a pinch. Wooden desk. Scratches dot the desk. Sometimes we need to reflect after nice work, or write a letter home. Wall of Fame. Here's where all the dotties leave each other's notes about the Johns. Here it says Felipe is a fair nerd and a chatterbox who works as a fishmonger at the wharf. He unfortunately comes straight here after work. Ugh. Luke describes a Mr. Sykes as strong but gentle. There's caution about some character calling himself Circuit Jones. He gets a bit rough at times, and Zora even had him thrown out. But he splashes enough tin around that she lets him back in. Sounds like bullocks to me. More about Sykes. Never fusses about payment. Treats you more like a sister than a trick. Except for the actual transaction, of course. Sykes wins for popularity, so one of the girls don't brawl over who gets him for the night. I wonder what else the girls have been saying. Dr. Wayne writes, fussy and specific client. Good time when you get it right. Avoid Mr. Daly when he's in his cups. Sykes' misplaced watch. Reward to the dolly that finds it. Haven't seen Siori in some time. Perhaps she's seeing someone? If that Frenchman sneaks you brandy, wine, or Sabrina's tonight, Lou, I want to cut. Else I will complain to Madame Zora. So Madame Zora doesn't read these? Felipe, go fetch Ariana if she isn't already attending to him. Ariana. Ripley Jones, polite, kind, pays well, highly recommended. Riley Jones. Oh, tell her, sweet fellow, but don't bring up cider with him. They'll make him want to talk unendingly about it. Nigel Poppycock. Ego brews easily, incredibly high maintenance. It's Fisher, easily distracted by political recantation of Sappho and similar. That's enough. Clean, functional furniture. Zora may not splurge on pieces for the back of the house, but she at least recognizes that keeping girls happy is good for business. Someone left a bottle of Lance in here. I have no idea what that is, but we'll take it. Waste not, want not. Flask. We always keep a flask of Blatterman on hand for dollies. We'll have trouble sleeping. Take it. The way the last few days have gone, I might need it. Look to be free of stains. Good, Madame Zora hates it when one of us dozes off with our makeup on. Madame, ooh, cup of tea. Madame Zora didn't finish her morning cup of Earl Grey. Let's talk to Madame Zora now. Here is Madame Zora. It appears she has lost in thought, pursuing the titles in her small office library. So for this, we did this. Her grim aesthetic belies a fierce protective heart. She is shrewd and a strict shiprunner. Clara, at last, a semi-competent face. At current moment, she seems intensely tired. What happened downstairs? What was that all about down in the lobby? Mr. Sykes, he and Beatrix took certain liberties, and I'm afraid I had to issue him a slap on the wrist. Beatrix is a seasoned courtesan and quite popular among the clientele, but she has been known to skirt the rules when it suits her. Anyway, Clara dear, I hoped I might beg your help on this very issue. Oh? Per Mr. Sykes' request, she felt to tie a ribbon around the sheep. Oh. It has requested some pills to balance her menses after last night's encounter, if you take my meaning. So he wants a child. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, he didn't want a condom and she allowed it. Alright, I assume the usual place will suffice. Grace Apothecary should have what Beatrice wants. Indeed. Here's the chemist's note. If you're feeling particularly generous, she's also requested a delivery of Nandy's peanut candy. We don't want her to realize we have something going on, so I'll get the medicine. We doubtless need to stick together. The protective trait will not be able to select dialogue options. An abundance of wealth and everything in order the world may yet provide, if only know how to listen and make use. It isn't your responsibility, but I will be thankful for it. We've quite the evening ahead of us. Popular as our co-worker is, she's a diva through and through, and it might be prudent to ensure she's in high spirits. Perhaps I will, if it's not too far out of grace. We all need to pick me up every now and then. Indeed. Whatever you choose is fine with me. Oh, and be a dear and pick up a box of sweets from Pavel Gerald. They'll be at his pinfold in Sora Square. What candies do you mean? Oh, the French ones. I don't remember the name. I acquired quite the sweet tooth when I lived across the channel. Pavel knows what I want, and don't worry about money. I pay him when I do my shopping. I'll fetch your candies too if I have time. Now then, you look like you have something on your mind. Anything else you want to talk about? Best not to mention of my travel plans. This evening will run smoother if I keep myself in her good graces. I haven't yet a read on what her reaction might be. Ask about the killer. What do you think about this courtesan killer's business? You have a sharp mind and you've been in the trade longer than I have. Vile business that. Though hardly unprecedented, the Venus knows there are plenty of animals in the city. Oh, that try to prey on us now and again. Why leave the bodies in such a state? It places them beyond the pale, even though the standards of other such heinous crimes. That it does. Perhaps we speak in error to assume there is any greater motive to these killings at all. Her expression speaks of pain, of anger, of fear for the safety of her girls and the rest of London's underside as well. I can certainly understand. Miss Reed, may I speak to you in confidence? In confidence. Of course. I've seen marks like this in my days before I came to London. Brutal killings such as those that now haunt us. Perhaps we are not looking for the work of a person, Miss Reed, but that of a werewolf. It would be easy to blame werewolves given the state of the bodies, but we must not allow prejudice to inform our actions. As you say. I should get a move on. I'll be back with Beatrice's medication in 2 ticks. See to it you are. Plenty left to do before your performance tonight. And Miss Reed, I didn't tell you, but all the names, don't let the Bobby stop you once you have those medicine in hand. Wouldn't dream of it, Miss Zora, Madam Zora. I turned to make my way only for Zora to abruptly stop me with a tense hand on my shoulder. Take heed, my dear. Once you have the medicine, come straight here. Legal or not, those pills are more than enough probable cause for the coppers to apprehend a woman such as you. Alright. I'll be back soon with the medication for Beatrice. So, after getting medicine, leave immediately. Or just get medicine last before going back to Velvet Rose. Get the candies first. Be sure to take care. It's not as bad as I thought she would be. Oh, yeah. So we could have did you would have been able to have the other option. We talked to her before we talked to whoever that, I forgot. Lefty. That was her name. Beatrice. Before me stands Beatrice Aguirre. Madame Zora tracks her most profitable girls each month, and Beatrice and I are often neck and neck. I've never been one to puff my feathers over how many giants I tup a month. But there's nothing wrong with some friendly competition. Zora said she could send someone trustworthy to fetch my pills. Going off that sour look on your face, I assume she picked you. Indeed, someone's got to be reliable around here, I suppose. Right then, fetch away, or did you need a moment of my time? I know Sykes has a bit of a temper, but you were the last person I expected him to take it out on. She rolls her eyes while waving her hand with nonchalance. His favoritism doesn't exclude me from his tantrums. Besides, he'll be back tomorrow. Madame Zora has banned him, I'm afraid. Her eyes flutter with sudden realization. Do I detect a hint of remorse? Did she lie? Still, she composed again in the instant. She gives me a pretty glare for witnessing a chink in her armor. Why didn't you make sure he was wearing his sheepskin? That's the sort of mistake a kitten would make. I don't recall you being in bed with us. Now there's a job we could charge a hefty price for. So kindly mind your own business. Zora asked me to fetch your menstrual pills. I think it is my business. Why are you still here then? Go fetch Clara. She mimics a small dog's bark to emphasize her point. Why would I rob myself the satisfaction of your birthing sight spawn? Because Zora will wring your neck when I tell her I never received my pills. You'll receive your pills, Bae. Don't worry not. Look at her pursing her lips. Perhaps a touch of pettiness is good for the soul. Before I go, there's another matter I'd like to discuss. Tell her a rumor about her shoes. Would you like to hear the latest rumor surrounding you and your shoes? I am a wretched woman for revealing in her furious yet conflicted glare. I haven't heard any rumors. I have. Well, most of us are used to your quirks by now, but it seems that Prudence isn't. She claims she witnessed you using the communal bathtub in the usual way, save for still wearing your boots. Prudence is a half-blind half-wit, and I'm lady enough to know it's quite rude to indulge in rumors, but it appears the same cannot be said for you. It was just a bit of ribbing. She shoots me a terse look while defensively crossing her arms. This conversation is over whether I like it or not. Son of a gun. I should have did the... I'll see you later, darling. Go back to Paladin. Clementine left the... I just want to make sure no one else is here. Let's go to Beggar's Lane. Shall I see what the wide world of London has to offer? Hey, daylights are wasting. I need to fetch those pills for Beatrice. If you have the conditions to get the reward. Oh, that was chapter 2. Teddy! Beat back the terror of East London as Teddy Redgrave, monster hunter extraordinaire, deciding for yourself what makes a monster in the first place. Acolyte selection. Whether it's a fiendish critter or an idea for a mechanical contraption, Teddy can't help but chase his quarry. But is he truly chasing what lies ahead or fleeting from his past? Impulse. Battle scarred by his military service. Appreciation for getting his hands dirty. Indulge in his animal side. Brutal. Ingenuity. Losing some limbs hardly robbed Teddy of his shrewd mind and senses. An inborn sense of structures and systems help him carefully negotiate delicate tasks. Death creative. A Analysis. Ever the engineer, Teddy sees people, places, and happenings like machines, objects requiring close study to make sense of their intricacies. Yeah, fine. Analysis, empathy, impulse. Empathy. Unlike Queen and Country, Teddy feels a connection to people, helping him understand and sometimes manipulate those paths he takes. The Tower, insightful. Empathy, analysis. When a puzzle needs solving, enjoying. Hmm. So we can do impulse, which is no. He seems so nice, and we met him with Atticus. Analysis. I think I want analysis higher. Losing someone else hardly ingenuity, imagination. Objects requiring close study to make sense. So impulse will be last. It is. He's a hunter. Why would that be last? Analysis is an engineer sharpen tool. No. Connect with creatures. Impulse. Paint a mental canvas where you want to see, then design the blueprints. Huh. Not, that's out. I think that's out too. So this one or this one? Insightful, meticulous. I just don't see. What's this? That's just mine. Do you want him smarter or more empathetic? I feel like as a hunter, he may need to look that way, but I think we'll do this one. You are Teddy Redgrave, monster hunter extraordinaire, with the humble four walls inside an old clock tower. The furnishings are sparse in this dusty home workshop, with more priority than the machine than given to machine efficiency than creature comforts. Mechanical eyes and ends litter the floor like a second skin that will never get properly buffed. The simple single bed is for dreaming up inspirations, and the grease laden work table has seen many a project to fruition. The neighborhood itself, Red Lantern Lane, is convenient for its quietude in the evenings as well as being home to your favorite hunt, the Red Lotus. The lofted area is no trouble for a dwarf to walk beneath, and the wagon-wheeled window is a powerful source of daylight for the tinkerer who is still hard at work in the wee hours. There are tinsel lamps positioned about the room, trading illumination or on whatever invention is at hand. I think that, well, in this one, next go round, next part, we start as Teddy.